So a couple of videos ago, I talked about the possibility of the Vikings adding Tyreek Hill, and I want to elaborate a little bit more on that in the sense that my thing was an expensive wide receiver that you can think of right now that can fill in for Jordan Addison. You go ahead and do it. With that said, I still feel that way, but under one condition: get that expensive receiver if you can, such as Tyreek Hill, where the team has all the control. Meaning, Tyreek Hill, after this season, he's gotten out that the Vikings can opt out of if they want to. And with that said, I saw Terry McLaurin, Scary Terry, his name come up a few times. That's the complete opposite situation of Tyreek Hill, because Terry McLaurin is holding out, holding in, whatever. He's not practicing at all with the Washington Commanders. Why? Because he's seeking the bag. And when I say the bag, I wouldn't I wouldn't say that I'd say that Terry McLaurin is a top 10 receiver. He's certainly not better than Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, but you can go up to the negotiation table and say, I'm a top 10 receiver. And the way that the market goes, even if you're not the very best, you got guys resetting the market every single year. Look at Nick Bosa. I mean, he got his contract and it's falling apart as we speak. Instant disaster of a contract extension. Not to say that that would happen to Scary Terry, but this is just how it works. That you don't have to be a top 3 at your position. You can be top 10. I'm one of the best in the league, and you are going to pay me. If not, I'm going to hold out, hold in, whatever. You're not going to see me in pads and jerseys and practice and preseason, regular season, if it has to be that way. So that would be a long-term issue for the Vikings, because they would have to, you would basically be the Bengals at that point. Trading for Terry McLaurin, you would then have to give him the bag and end up being like the Bengals, where your top 2 receivers, you're paying them $30+ million a year each. And I know the Vikings aren't going to be able to do that. And plus, not only that, let's say if they were able to finagle their way to a McLaurin trade and they can make the money work, which they can't. But let's say they could, for the sake of this conversation. If you were to do that, that means you're done with Jordan Addison, because he's going to be looking for the bag as well. The difference is, with Jordan Addison, the Vikings, they have, I would say, a year before they even entertain those discussions for a contract extension. Whereas trading for Scary Terry right now, you need to come up with the money just as quickly as you trade for him. It's just something that doesn't make sense from a cap perspective, financial perspective for Minnesota. And lastly, I want to talk about Adam Thielen. I do believe at this point in his career, he would serve as a really, really good wide receiver 3. That said, as a wide receiver 2 for the first 3 games, I think you could get by with that and still end up with a 2-1 record. Worst case scenario, maybe you go 3-0. Who knows? But I do believe that you can get by with him as a wide receiver 2 while Addison is suspended. Thielen will be the 2 to Jefferson's 1. You still got TJ Hawkinson, Aaron Jones in the passing game as well. You have options. Maybe mix in a little Josh Oliver here and there. And then upon Addison's return from suspension, you can slide Thielen down to the right place, the perfect spot for him, wide receiver 3. That would be a nice set of weapons in the passing game. With that said, he did miss 7 games last year due to injury, so there's a risk factor. Obviously, he's 35 years old, so he's getting up there in age. But again, this would be temporary as far as having the wide receiver 2 workload. It get a lot easier for wide receiver 3, and if you're not feeling it some downs, the third option can be TJ Hawkinson. But I have to bring this up. There's no way I can just skip over this. The last year of Thielen in Minnesota before he left to Carolina, we were sitting here saying, and that was 2022, his last year in Minnesota. We were sitting here, all of us, and I'm including me, whether we're sending out social media posts or doing content, we sat there at the end of the 2022 season and said, "Look at you, old man. You've lost a step. Clearly, you just don't have it anymore. Get out of town." And now, because A, because he's played better since going to Carolina. Now, last year missed 7 games, but the year before that, his first year in Carolina, got his first 1,000-yard season since 2018. So he turned back the clock there. I think that's his third best season overall in his career. Because of the missed games last year, he had 615 yards. So if he's healthy, I mean, he's going to be a factor. And who knows? Now that we're in the bleep hole, in the toilet bowl at wide receiver after kicking this man out of town, we're like, oh, this would be a great story. Come back to Minnesota. Come back home, Adam Thielen. We miss you. Come back home. You know Adam Thielen is from Minnesota? And then you can possibly retire. It would be a storybook ending. You can retire with Harrison Smith, 2 Vikings legends going off into the sunset together. We want you back. That's all of us, including me, with our fake asses. We don't have any receivers worth a damn right now. Adam Thielen, can you come home? We miss you. Make it happen. It has been reported that the Vikings are trying to shop for a wide receiver. I think I saw a couple of reports as well that they're specifically going after an Adam Thielen trade. So are a couple of other teams, such as the San Francisco 49ers. I believe the Jets are on that list as well, according to Diana Rossini. But we'll see what happens. But the state of the when have we ever had this bad of a wide receiver core on this team? I mean, the Minnesota Vikings, for as long as I know, outside of Troy Williamson, of course, has been known as wide receiver central. We always have a set of pass catching weapons that just goes off. And now, right now, if we make no moves at all, we are screwed. Throw into triple team coverages on Justin Jefferson and hope that you get one-on-one coverages by a linebacker specifically to throw at TJ Hawkinson. They're going to make a move. What kind of moves they're going to make, we're not sure at this point, obviously, but I would imagine it's going to happen soon. Adam Thielen and maybe another receiver after that, just to kind of get all your ducks in a row and get as strong as you can during those first 3 games. But that said, if you rather go after Adam Thielen, he's a cheap contract right now, and then he's a free agent after the 2025 season. If you want to do that and you can get by with Jets and Adam Thielen and spend, because you still got $26 million in cap to spend. But of course, that doesn't include a possible Adam Thielen trade. If you want to trade for Adam Thielen and use up a vast majority or more of that money on another receiver and a cornerback, that would be great. It looks a little bit bad right now, but all is not lost. The Vikings have hashtag options.